Um, and that's what we're going to discuss. So let me just title this video. This is Nezeville. A lot of you guys that stays on social media know how much intensively Nezeville cover the case of Afiba and Celine. So listen very well, guys, because this video is very, very interesting.
So, hello guys, what's up and welcome.
Okay, listen, guys. This video is very interesting. It's an update on Selena and Afiba. But before I go into that, I really, really, really want Ona make Ona listen to this conversation, especially the enlightened society that we're trying to educate and also enlighten. But I'm going to give you a chance to listen to what she has to say. This woman claimed to be a lawyer. Sorry, guys. Let me just gonna cut this off. This woman claimed to be a lawyer. Now she claimed to be a lawyer. I don't know if she's a lawyer, but I am going to give her a benefit of doubt. Let her narrate the story to you, and then you can ask yourself whether she's a lawyer or just a YouTuber or someone who just dwell or find happiness in lies and propagating falsehood and prejudice. That is what I think she is. But I'm not going to be the judge of that. I expect your intelligence. I expect your mind of critical thinkings to do the analysis of this particular video. Now, about last week, I popped up here and I told you guys that I don't want to talk about Afiba and selling case anymore, that Nigerian police have refused to honor their word, that I'm going to be giving them chance, that I'm going to be stepping down a little bit from it. And for the last 2 months, none of you have heard from this um clown of a lawyer thinking she's a lawyer, or what do I call her? I don't know. I feel like her case is a special case, and I have dealt with it in a lot of my videos because this is one of the people that basically spoil this case. Instead of asking critical questions that's supposed to be asked, they were basically sensationalizing the videos and the traumas, and they were making a lot of profit from all of this case. At the end of the day, there was nothing coming out of it. Last week, I made a videos and I said, I don't want to be part of this anymore. I want to step down a little bit. At the end of my video, I also made it clear that I will be interjecting if there's any new development that comes up or if there's any information that comes up that I needed to correct. And here is one of them. I want you to listen to Nazareth and I want you to listen very well. Don't forget, she is a lawyer. And also don't forget, she don't base in Nigeria. She base overseas. I think she's in Canada, but I don't think she's practicing law in Canada. But this quack of a lawyer should not have any day to represent a soul because of her prejudice, because of her mindset, because of her money driven content instead of fact based reality content that she's supposed to be doing as a professional or as a lawyer. Yeah, that she claims she is. But I tell you, she is nothing like a lawyer. She's a I don't know where she bought her degree from in Nigeria. Definitely can tell you she didn't go to school in Canada because forget about all the dramas or all this kind of this is not her accent. She cooked all this persona to deceive the gullible members of our societies on social media, thinking she's learned. But when you look into her, you know she's just a funny. She's a funny. She is nothing like a lawyer. She is not a professional in anything. She's a YouTuber at most. That is what she is. But I want you to listen very well before we go.
Back to my YouTube channel. It's me, your girl, Barrister Neze, and this is Nezeville. Today's video is going to be a very short one, I promise you. A lot of you, a whole large number of you, have reached out to me constantly within the last couple of months to please provide an update on the
Do you hear it? The last couple of months. The last couple of months, she has remained mute about it because I was decimating fact. and all of her videos. I popped it out and analyzed it. And then she discovered I have basically found her out. And then she stopped. Whoever is paying her to be propagating lies knew that she cannot handle the pressure I was giving to her. She stopped, literally. She couldn't talk about the case. Not that the police asked them to stop. Is because they cannot handle it. Someone like this, Sabio, all of those clowns, Mommy of Five, and all of those clowns that basically took this case and collected money and lies about it. Someone like Daddy Freeze of Almighty Internet of Nigeria. They were never interested in finding this Afiba and Celine. Their intention was quite clear. Monetize it, make profit. It's a social media skill. Make it as bad as possible. And I was one of their target, but thank God for my mouth. I can handle myself. But unfortunately, Andrew Ocheko is gone. He can no longer speak for himself, unfortunately. And Nigerian police are not ready to bring out the reality of what really happened in the case. Did Andrew really harm the girl? Did those girls are missing? Are they really missing? Or are they hiding? What is the true nature of the case? Why is the police being muted about it? None of these people were interested about this obvious fact that are confronting us. What are the circumstances? Why did the girl disappear? What are the phone tracking? There are critical questions that should be asked before you condemn anybody. But here, a lawyer, a learned lawyer based in Canada, not practicing law in Canada. She's doing social service, social worker in Canada, right? A job that I don't think she should even be doing. Listen to her, analyze it. Just hear her out.
Celine and Afiba case. So many people wrote me privately, while some cannot stop dropping it in the comment section, even on unrelated videos. I see these comments. I do understand your burning desire for an update, and I am also a
in the beginning of this case, there was no video this woman do that she will not call my name, Mr. Ben. She would dedicate a whole video on my name. Ben, the accomplice. I put a curse on her. And I told her that if everything she said about me are true, may everything I said on that messages I sent to her, may it boomerang back to me in sevenfold. But if everything she said are lies, every insinuation, every presentation she does is against me, I told her what will happen to her. And that's the stand, because I'm a man of my word. But I want you to listen to her prejudice now. I don't know whether they've renewed her contract to come and lie again. I don't know, but I believe that is the case. Listen to her.
Rest of my implied duty to provide you with one, especially considering the fact that I covered that story very extensively, and of course you guys would naturally expect that I bring you up to speed on events that have occurred since the last time we spoke about it. So it's important that we have this conversation first so we can get a break with the constant demands for updates, and secondly, so we can know where we are.
All right, this is our YouTube, so now I give credit to her on that. If she like, let her strike it. But I believe she has had multiple of my videos and my pictures on her page, and I've never strike it. So I don't think she will go there to that level. But this is her introducing the update she thinks she has. But listen to her talk about the case to you. And I'm going to interject a little bit if I have to. Listen, guys.
Spent most of his life residing in the UK from Ghana, traveled from there. So a few months ago, in May precisely, two young ladies, Celine Undudim from Port Harcourt in River State and Afiba Tando from Ghana, traveled from their base to see a man that they had met online, a man called Andrew Ochekwa. 51-year-old Andrew is both a convict and a fugitive. Okay, we can use words, past tense. He spent most of his life residing in the UK.
Okay, this is her narrative. Okay, this has been her intentions from the beginning. Okay, in the beginning of this case, she sold Andrew to a lot of people as a convict, as a fugitive, and numerous lies, like when she basically analyzed the Andrew early life or early stage, how Andrew grew up in Nigeria, or how he was born in Nigeria, moved to the UK at a younger age. She was basically just lying. But let me just give her a benefit of doubt, and I want the intelligent people to listen to what she's saying. Nothing less. Just put your cap of critical mindset on, and you will find out how phony this fake so-called lawyer is.
Andrew had spent jail time for assaulting a woman and is also wanted by the Milton Keynes Police Department for sexually harassing another. And he escaped back to Nigeria before the UK authorities could clamp down on him. While in Nigeria, Andrew continued with his business and his obsession for hurting women. And this time, given the environment and the security situation, he operated with more laxity, more frequency, and more impunity, I dare say. Andrew Ochekwo encountered his own nemesis.
You see, Andrew Ochekwo encountered his nemesis. That's a lawyer talking to you right now. She claimed to be a lawyer. Nemesis. So she analyzed about how Andrew have a conviction in the UK and how Andrew ran away before the UK authority could capture him, or whatever reason that she is saying. First of all, I don't think a lawyer should speak like this. This is prejudice from the onset. Okay? Forget about her pronunciation. Just listen. Listen to a YouTuber or a paid agent to change a story narrative. And I'll tell you something. I have never come down here and tell you Andrew is not a perfect person or a perfect person. Andrew has his own flaw, just like every one of us. Being convicted does not sentence any man to death. Being convicted of any crime does not condemn you. Okay, just because you are convicted for a crime shouldn't be condemned. The law has not said that. The reason why he served his punishment in the UK is because there's a law and order. Okay, and for her to be speaking like this over somebody that has not been convicted in Nigeria, a country that has a country of its own entity, it is completely absurd and dangerous, especially coming from somebody that said she has seen the four corner of a wall of a school where law is taught. I want you to listen.
When Celine and Afiba went incommunicado only a few hours after they arrived his place in Aba, thankfully, before they disappeared, they had raised an alarm to their friends in Port Harcourt, notifying them.
Now, they have raised an alarm to their friend in Port Harcourt. Their friend in Port Harcourt, her name is Blessing. Blessing Onyinye. Blessing is a friend of Afiba and Celine. Now, the whole of this case lies on that girl's hand. And as a lawyer, and if you want to be fair, and if you want to look for the truth, you don't leave that very particular important part of information out of your prejudice video or statement that you're making against Andrew, who currently is a victim in this syndicate of a crime. Believe me, he is a victim, whether you like it or not, because he was never allowed to stand in front of the court of law to defend himself. He was never given a chance. So, under the law, he's not guilty of any crime. Just like your governor, just like your president, just like your current senators. And a lot of you guys that are condemning this Andrew Ochekwo, calling him a criminal, are the same guy that are posting hush puppy, happy birthday on his birthday. I don't understand how you can put that together. But let's give this clown a chance to analyze what she's analyzing. Let us listen to her.
That Andrew had kidnapped them and that they were in harm's way. They also made a short video, a short clip of the room where they were held hostage.
Okay, that Andrew that one of the girls sent a message that Andrew has kidnapped them, and they made a short video of where they were in and sent it to Blessing. Now, this is where you know what is going on. What did a Blessing did with those information? A lot of you guys have watched my videos, and I've always talked about the importance of Blessing in all of this shenanigan. What did the Blessing do with that information on the 28th, if there was ever a text message? Blessing did display some text messages that come from Afiba and Celine. What did the Blessing did with the information? Afiba is a Ghanaian who hardly understand Nigeria, who don't know Nigerian location, and Celine is a Nigerian. Now they are texting their best friend, Blessing, that they've been kidnapped by Andrew. They came to visit in Aba. What do you think Blessing should do with that information? I want you to understand, open your mind. What do you think Blessing should do with the information? Let's just assume Andrew is a kidnapper indeed, and he has basically hold these girls hostage, and they were able to send a message to their best friend, whom they left their suitcase and their passport at her home, and they proceeded to Aba. Now they wrote her a message and said, "We've been kidnapped. What do you think Blessing should do?" Please leave the comment on the comment section what Blessing should do. What should be the action of Blessing? Okay, Afiba wrote Blessing, "We've been kidnapped." According to Nezeville, the center video. What do you think Blessing should do? Keep listening.
Andrew was tracked and arrested and taken to Umuahia, the state capital. Online, a man called Andrew Ochekwa. 51-year-old Andrew is both a convict to Nigeria before the UK. Andrew Ochekwa encountered his own nemesis when Celine and Afiba went incommunicado only a few hours after they arrived his place in Aba. Thankfully, before they disappeared, they had raised an alarm to their friends in Port Harcourt, notifying them that Andrew had kidnapped them and that they were in harm's way. They also made a short video, a short clip of the room where they were held hostage. Andrew was tracked and arrested and taken to Umuahia, the state capital.
Andrew was tracked and arrested. So the message was sent on the 28th of May. Look at the way Nezeville jumped. This is where you know somebody that is paid to spin one direction narrative. Okay. The message that they received was sent on the 28th of May. The message that we've been kidnapped was sent to Blessing on the 28th of May. They arrived at Andrew's house on the 27th. They sent a message, the alleged message. Let us be very clear, because nobody can verify whether there was a message, because the police in Umuahia could not verify whether there was any message that came out of Andrew's house that can even track their phone to Andrew and say, this message was sent at this location. They couldn't do it. Okay, let's just agree that the message was sent on that 28th. On the 28th, the message was sent. When did Andrew got arrested? You can hear Nezeville now spinning it without telling you what happened. Where did message got to? What action did Blessing took? When did Andrew was finally arrested? When? Ask yourself these questions, and I will come at the end of the video and I'll give you fact, nothing but fact. Just keep listening.
But instead of giving this case the seriousness that it very well deserved, instead of exploring every avenue to get information from Andrew on the whereabouts of Celine and Afiba, he was allegedly treated like the victim.
Okay, first of all, Andrew was not treated like a victim. That's just another lies, okay? And if he was treated as a victim, the police should be explaining themselves, right? Not Andrew's fault. Just like in the case of Bobrisky. So if they arrest me in Nigeria now and they say they're not putting me in a cell full of criminals, they're going to give me something, I think that's my own kind of treatment. But let's leave it somewhere. Where you need to find the fact about this case is what happened to the message that was sent to Blessing on the 28th of May. We've been kidnapped by Andrew Ochekwo. That was the message that Afiba allegedly wrote to Blessing. Blessing did not report the message to anyone for 48 hours. That is your hint over there. If you are actually following the case, that is your basic hint to know where these syndicate are working and who is involved and who should be blamed. Blessing did not report this message to anyone. Blessing did not report this message to anyone. Just give me a second. I'm going to let you understand what I'm talking. So, Blessing withheld this message from anyone for 48 hours. Now, this is another question for you people again, okay? Especially the gullible Nigerians that have no ear to understand exactly what is at stake here. If your best friend sent you a message and said, we've been kidnapped, what would be your reaction? Would you kept it away from people for 48 hours, from her loved one, from the police? 48 hours. When Nezeville is talking about it, Nezeville did not emphasize on that particular particles. That is an important part of information. She said the police did not arrest Andrew, and when he was arrested, he was being treated as a victim, basically. Okay, what happened to the message that was sent? Please, I want you to ask yourself a question. But let's leave it there. Let us listen to our fake lawyer now.
He was given a VVIP treatment while in custody. Totally frustrated at how the police were handling this case in Umuahia, Celine and Afiba's family wrote a petition.
Another lie. This is another big lie. This come back again to Blessing. This woman is paid. And when I said it last week, I'm no longer talking about it. She popped out again. But she's going back to her cave again. Nezeville, you are going back to your cave because your lies will be exposed. Whoever is paying you, you've lost. She said that the Celine family and Afiba's family wrote a petition. None of them write a petition. Tony did not write a petition. Celine family did not write a petition. Do you know who wrote a petition again? Blessing. Andrew was arrested on the 8th of May, the 8th of April. Blessing did not report the message to anyone for 48 hours. The first time Blessing talked about the message to Afiba's family was to Tony, Afiba's alleged husband, that based in Dubai, who was aware that Afiba is in Nigeria. When this guy could not reach to his wife, this guy now called Blessing, say, Blessing, I am trying to reach Afiba. This is unlike her. She's not picking her phone, or her phone is not going through. I don't know what is going on. Blessing, the same Blessing, who withhold the message for 48 hours. Nezeville, come and listen. Without your Costco head, come and listen to fact. The same Blessing who withhold the message for 48 hours told Tony that Blessing, I got the message. Tony forwarded the message to me. The message they exchanged. I have the message. That Blessing told Tony that Afiba was to come and see her, but she has not arrived. But Afiba left Blessing house. Why is Blessing telling Tony that she has not seen Afiba? Why? Why is Blessing not telling Afiba's husband that, unfortunately, your wife told me she's been kidnapped, so we are working on it? Why did Blessing hide that away from the husband of a supposed or alleged victim? We got to be very clear. We got to be very clear. No prejudice. We got to be very clear. Why did the Blessing withheld such an important information from their loved one? And why did the Blessing did not proceed to Aba to check on her missing friends? Why? Why did the Blessing did not call police? Why? Why did the Blessing proceeded to Abuja and did her birthday in Abuja? Why? Why did Blessing claim that after receiving this message, she was on her way to Abuja? That she replied after she get to Abuja, but the message, the text message she presented, her reply was 1 minute after the message arrived on her phone. If that was a true message from Afiba, or they were just playing. Nezeville, you need to listen and correct your scorecard, because it's not going to go well with you. When I open my mouth, I will make you look like a fool. This is the case. These are just the pattern that concerns me. Okay? This is why did the Blessing refuse to disclose that Celine have written to her, or Afiba have written to her, that she's missing or she's been kidnapped? Why? Why did Blessing proceeded to Abuja? And Nezeville just said now that it was Celine and Afiba's family that wrote a petition. No, they were not the one, Nezeville. It was Blessing, their friend, who refused to even report their missing for 48 hours, was the one that wrote a petition. Now, the question you should be asking yourself, when did she finally submit this petition? Nezeville, open your head. When did Blessing submit this petition? The case was reported to her on the 28th by her best friend, Afiba, who left her suitcase at her home, her passport at her home, and they proceeded to go to Aba and come back. Why did Blessing never take any action until the 10th of 10th? Listen, until the 10th of May. 10th of May. The first message she received was on the 28th of April. 11 days later is when she submitted a petition in Abuja. No action. She did not travel to Aba to go and check on her friend, to go and report to the police, but she proceeded to go and report at the first headquarters, Abuja, to DIG office. Why? Can anybody tell me what will be your first actions if your friend are truly missing? So, Nezeville, Mumu lawyer, it was not Afiba's family that wrote a petition. It was Blessing that wrote the petition. It was not Celine family. It was Blessing that wrote the petition. Correct your score head. Because this case pass you. Whoever is paying you, go and refund them their money. Go and refund them their money. Now, Blessing remain in Abuja from that 28th all the way to the 10th. This is where you need to understand a conspiracy that is beyond. The reason why Nigerian police has been very quiet about this case is because powerful people are involved. Mighty men are involved in this conspiracy. Andrew might have just been a pawn that they used. And I, Mr. Ben, is the guy that exposed their lies, because their plan was well orchestrated But thank God that Andrew informed me. Andrew wrote me a message why he was traveling with the police. From that 22nd, I get update until they pied him on the 26th. So when the police came out to start lying, I released the information I have. That jeopardized all of their plans. But instead of listening to me, they went into top gear and they begin to call me a conspiracy. A conspiracy in the UK, that is not even remotely possible. Organ harvester in the UK is remotely impossible. Criminal in the UK, impossible. But what would they do to their gullible follower? How would the police spin this thing? They begin to sponsor. And whoever is actually in charge of these girls begin to sponsor the media against my person. And Nezeville was one of the mouth they used. If you listen to this video, it's a 9-minute video. My name was not mentioned once. My picture was not put there. I thought I'm an accomplice. Why didn't you add me, Nezeville? Okay. Let's listen to her.
To the Inspector General of Police, and that brought about an order.
There was never a petition to the Inspector General of Police. That petition was fake. We have cleared that, and she is aware of it. It was fake. The police know it was fake. It was never a petition. It was never a petition. So I don't know why she's still calling it a petition. As a lawyer, I don't understand who is paying this clown. It was fake. Blessing used a connection. Don't forget, Blessing have a boyfriend, a former Labour senator from Abia Senatorial District. Senator Darlington Nwokocha is Blessing boyfriend. Blessing had a powerful man as a boyfriend. Okay, if your friend are missing and you have such a powerful man, it is a one button touch and things will take place. Why did the Blessing keep quiet? Why did the Blessing did not use her connection to activate the police from the 28th to go straight to Andrew's house and knock the door and bash Andrew's door and take Andrew and begin to search the girl and say, hey, baby, my friends that just came from Ghana to visit me, they are missing in Ghana. They are missing in Aba. Come on, let's do something. It's a senator. Even if it's a senator to one day, even if it's a candidate of a senatorial district, you can imagine the power of this kind of people in the society. And the guy is from Abia Senatorial District. So why did the Blessing did not use those connections? Why activating a petition in Abuja even without the consent of both family, without the consent of Afiba's family, without the consent of Celine family? Why did the Blessing, who refused to report her missing friend, waited for 10 days before she wrote a petition? What was the urgency of Blessing writing a petition to remove Andrew from Umuahia to Abuja on the 10th, to submit the petition on the 10th? Why she waited for 11 days? Andrew was arrested on the 8th. Barely 72 hours, Blessing submitted a petition to remove Andrew. Why? Why is the urgency to remove Andrew from Umuahia when you waited for 11 days? It doesn't make sense. And that petition, how many of you have read it? That petition never mentioned Andrew's name, did not mention Celine's name. It was called unknowing person. Unknowing. But when Afiba wrote Blessing on the 28th, Afiba told Blessing who kidnapped them. Andrew. Why did Blessing submit a petition and wrote there unknowing? Did not even put the names of her friend? Is because there was never a petition. These are the ticket. These are the kind of invoices that the police have in their pocket when they are going to kidnapping operation. They have did it. They use it for people. They will just bring a document and say, we're taking you to Abuja. This is it. And your name will not be there because they don't even know you from Adam. They just pick you along the road. They just did it to one guy the other day. Kelechi. They did it to some of these guys. They just did it. So that petition was a fake petition. Blessing submitted it anyway. On the 10th, waited from the 28th, did not properly contact the families of the missing girls. And the police did the investigation in Umuahia and said, within 1 week, they discovered these are self-kidnapped. They told Andrew. They told Andrew's lawyer. They told Celine family that it's a self-kidnapped. Their evidence suggested it. That Andrew did not do it. They have his phone. I couldn't reach Andrew. So, why do you think Nezeville purposely isolating or refusing to mention the name of Blessing? Why? Why do you think Nezeville intelligently omitting date, time, event in this case? Why? Important event, important dates. Why? Because she's being sponsored. And she came out now after almost a month or 2 months and a half. She ran away from the case. I was the only one spearheading this case. As soon as they got me to, when I said, I'm not doing, 2 days ago, she popped out. She popped out. The Mr. Potato, Sabio, also popped out somewhere crying on internet. These are the clowns that Blessing and her syndicate paid to change the narrative of the realities of this case. Harrison Gwaminishu was one of the actors in the conspiracy. You may not like to hear it, but these are the basic facts. Let's listen to her.
From the IGP mandating that this case be transferred to Abuja, the capital city, and of course the suspect Andrew extradited. Andrew never made it to Abuja.
Did you hear the way she said it? The Inspector General of Police mandated. The Inspector General of Police never mandated anything. The inspector, the DIG, none of these people are aware of Andrew's case. I had a direct meeting with Nigerian Police PRO, Mr. Muyiwa Adejobi. Mr. Muyiwa Adejobi was looking sheepless because I make fool of him with my questioning. A direct Zoom meeting, question and answer. He was saying that, Ben, you are dragging me. It's a complicated case. Sir, it is never a complicated case. It's just because there are people that is bigger or got on the top that their name will be revealed if the real truth of this crime come out. That is why you are hiding stuff. You told me, Mr. Muyiwa, that the police that are involved, they are all in prison now. No, this is not how it's done. When that officer collected 100, when they even asked, they didn't even collect any money. When they asked for money from a German tourist or a Netherlands tourist that was traveling through Nigeria with a motorbike, you exposed them. You removed their uniform. Now we are talking about a gross misconduct and murder charges. Your officers murdered Andrew. They extorted his money. They murdered him along the road. And the girls are nowhere to be found. So that is not complicated. The technology is there to investigate everything. Track. Know exactly what happened. Where are the girls at that particular time they were sending the messages? Where? What are the IP? The position? Hire me, I will give you all these things. It's very easy. The network will provide all of their database for you, and you'll be able to come up with fact. You are hiding all those things because you think Andu is a victim. Andu can be sacrificed. It's not going to happen. Nezeville, you are a Kolo woman. You are a proper Kolo woman. You are a Kolo woman. Now, let's listen to the Kolo lawyer, social media Kolo lawyer.
He was shot and killed in police custody while on the way to Abuja. And the circumstance.
You see, she jumped again. You see, because this is where you know somebody that is being sponsored. He said the IG of police called for extradition of Andrew to Abuja because of the petition that the family submitted. And I told you guys the family never submitted a petition. It was Blessing, their friend, that submitted a petition. The same friend that refused to react when they first sent a message to her. For 11 days, she did not react. So Nezeville jumped again and said Andrew was spied along the road while he was being transported to Abuja. She forgot to tell you that when the police picked him from Umuahia, they were sleeping along the way in the hotel. She forgot to tell you, she's omitting, not forgetting, she purposely omitting to tell you that they spent 5 days in the hotel rooms. They were eating, they were drinking with these 5 officers. And they were collecting money from Andrew. They were threatening him. Andrew was driving his car. Andrew has his phone. I was communicating with him. He was sending me videos of their joining. He was driving himself. If Andrew was such a criminal, this clown of a lawyer is making you to believe, why would the police treat him like that? If the IG of police actually called for Andrew to be transferred to Abuja, do you think there's any police in Nigeria born of a woman that will keep that suspect along the road for 5 days? It's a question you should be asking yourself. It is just a criminal enterprise that carry out this orchestrated crime. But instead of this woman who claimed to live abroad to actually analyze it the right way, she's lying to you because she wants views. This video have 55,000 views. Some of my videos she did have 100,000 views. She has made money, but I told her what will happen with those money she made. I am telling you, Nezeville, that money no go treat the sickness will go enter your body. You can put your own back to me. That money where you collect, you no go treat the sickness will go enter your body. This face where you go see, you go war for bed. Una go spend, you no go kill. I don't tell you my own. I don't tell you. You come online to lie on me. They only touch me, oh. They only touch me. Make who they listen.
And killed in police custody while on the way to Abuja. And the circumstances surrounding Andrew Ocheko's death still remains unclear and mysterious.
There's nothing mysterious about it. Andrew was basically executed after police took money from him and conditioned him to Madoff. Finish. The police told us that Andrew was running away and the vigilante catch him during the broad daylight and the vigilante pie him. Look at the car. And when the vigilante asked him to stop, he did not stop. The vigilante opened GUN at him. Look at the car. Does it look like a GUN? No, this is a block. And they did this after I exposed their lies. When they sent Harrison to social media, to Daddy Freeze to come and lie, I exposed it. So because they still wanted to keep this car, they could not even use their common sense to go there and rain a proper GUN at it. Clowns, they went there and used block to smash the windscreen. thing and say Andy was running away. And but when you look at the car, the video is there. When you look at the car, there is no GUM bullet in the car. There is nothing like that. On the front seat where Andrew supposed to be sitting as the driver who made off with his own car, there was no GUM bullet on it. There was nothing. So Nezeville ignore all of this to be spinning lies to her gullible followers. And then she come up and yeah. You see, emotionally driven clown. I'm not like that. I'll tell you the truth. You can leave your comment in the comment section. That's how you are. Between me and you, I'm a critical thinker. You're emotionally observer. So you can leave. But look at this story. And then let us listen to a lawyer prejudicing the whole case.
His custody while on the way to Abuja. And the circumstances surrounding Andrew Ocheko's death still remains unclear and mysterious. This case generated such huge buzz on social media with wide...
You see the name? She called it buzz. She called it bars. That is what they want. Click-based bars. They're not interested in fact. As long as you give them a click, it is a story. Regardless of the fact, they will give you everything that will click. It's called it a buzz on social media. And she was milking it. Nezeville was milking it. And she would come, I'm a liar. She would dress like a liar. And she would be talking. Cockapoo. She's based in Canada. Apollo, Inode. Inode, this one can never practice law in Nigeria, cannot practice law in Canada. She's Olosho. Nezeville went to Canada to do Olosho. That's what she went to do. After she done tired of Olosho, maybe she finally carried to a Mugu when she married. Then she embraced YouTube and changed her accent and begin to talk crap. Nezeville, you be Olosho. That's what you are.
Widespread demand for the police to uncover the whereabouts of Celine and Afiba and to explain how the only person who could for certain say where these two ladies are was obscurely killed in police custody. After days getting updates from a civilian in such high-profile suspected murder and kidnap case, the Inspector General, through the first public relation officer, released a statement on Monday, the 10th of June, 2024. A part of it read, just the parts. In light of the public interest and the gravity of the allegations, the IGP has deemed it necessary to institute a meticulous investigation into the roles played by the team which carried out the initial investigation. Okay, whatever he said there. We have several videos covering that. I'm going to maybe make them into a playlist.
Okay, I'm going to stop here and I'm going to show you something, please. Just hold.
Or even if you search Celine and Afiba, a part of it read, just the parts.
So I want you to listen to the part that she says she's reading. She said a part of the message read. Okay. Now, I've got a message here with me and I'm going to compare it to what she's trying to tell you. This is a lawyer, right? And all she's doing is just to condemn Andrew. I'm not saying don't condemn him, but as a lawyer, she's making a mockery of that name called lawyer. She's not a lawyer. She's fake. That's number one. Now, she picked a part that she wants to read to you. And that's what she wants you to believe. Now, she said a part of it. Don't forget, on this particular video, she's talking more about Andrew. Now, the police, the hierarchy of the Nigerian police have come up with a statement. And then She wants to read from the part of the statement. Listen.
In light of the public interest and the gravity of the allegations, the IGP has deemed it necessary to institute a meticulous investigation into the roles played by the team which carried out the initial investigation. Okay, whatever he said there. We have several videos covering that. I'm going to maybe make them into a playlist, or even if you search Celine and Afiba.
Okay, you see, this is where you know a liar. Okay, Nezeville is a piece of a falsehood. This is the message. This is the message. I want you to listen. This is a message directly from the IG of police, posted on their site. And this is how the message read. It said the Inspector General of Police, Adeolu Ebontokun, PhD, NPM, has directed the monitoring unit to conduct a thorough high-power investigation into the suspected murder of one Andrew Ochekwo. I want you to listen, because I wrote a petition to the British High Commission. The British High Commission is involved, and they made an inquiry to Nigerian government. Nigerian government now released a statement. I don't know where Nezeville is getting what the part she's reading to you now. I don't know where she's getting it from, but this was the only statement that was ever released concerning this case. This is on Harrison platform, this original statement. Where does Nezeville hear her own from? I have the whole message. Just listen again. Let Nezeville tell you what they say.
To institute a meticulous investigation into the roles played by the team which carried out the initial investigation. Okay, whatever he said there. We have several videos covering that. I'm going to maybe make them into a playlist, or even if you search Celine and Afiba by Nezeville, you will get all.
You see, a lot of you guys will think, oh, Mr. Ben, you have a problem with everyone. No, I have a problem with falsehood. If you want to condemn me, make sure you come out clear and do it. I told you guys I'm going to have a time for this video, and I have a time for it. Nezeville is lying to you. This is a press release by the Nigerian police. This directly from them, not from me. He said Andrew Ochekwo. That is the beginning of it. Institute high power investigation. He said the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Adeolu Ebontokun, have directed the monitoring unit to conduct a thorough and high-power investigation into the suspected murder of one Andrew Ochekwo. This directive came aimed at numerous allegations. Who was making the allegation? Mr. Ben. And the IG of police heard my voice, because I wrote a 4-paragraph of letter to the British High Commission about this case, a 4-paragraph of letter to the IG of police. And I was constantly online debunking all of Harrison lies, all of these clown lies, and the IG of police was triggered to release this statement. Now, they are no longer calling Andrew a criminal. He said it is a suspected murder of Andrew Ochekwo. The name was called there. There was no time to waste, because the British have already contacted them. Nezeville is a paid agent, is a YouTuber that nobody should be listening to. She's a liar, literally. She's a clown. I don't know where she's getting her own from, but this is the only statement ever made about this case. Into the suspected murder of Nwandu Ochekwo, this directly come aim numerous allegations and argument and counter-argument surrounding the case, which also involve the disappearance of two ladies, Celine and Afiba, after their trip to visit the said Andrew in Aba. They did not call Andrew. Nigerian police did not call Andrew a murderer. Nigerian police used their word carefully because now the British is involved. They said, after their trip to visit the said Andrew in Aba, Abia State, for which he was alleged to be responsible. I told you, fake. You don't want to take it, but we can see it. Let us listen to Nezeville's own again.
And the gravity of the allegation on Monday, the 10th of June, 2024. A part of it read, just the parts. In light of the public interest and the gravity of the allegations, the IGP has deemed it necessary to institute a meticulous investigation.
There was no word like this. There was nothing. Whatever you tell them, they take it. They have no brain to listen to alternative fact. They cannot expand their thinking above their scope of understanding. Where did they describe it as a murder? But here she is justifying it. She is justifying it. Just listen to her.
Into the roles played by the team which carried out the initial investigation. Okay, whatever he said there. Ochekwo's house. And that
she is justifying it. Just listen to her.
Into the roles played by the team which carried out the initial investigation. Okay, whatever he said there. We have several videos covering that. I'm going to maybe make them into a playlist, or even if you search Celine and Afiba by Nezeville, you will get all of those videos. And this statement concluded saying, the monitoring team has been given a 2-week time frame. A 2-week time frame to complete its investigation.
Celine is light skin. There was never a body Harrison
similar. No, not similar. Before. Here we are, over 3 months after this pledge was made by the IGP, and the question remains: what happened to Celine and Afiba? First, there was a decomposing body that was discovered very close to Andrew Ochekwo's house, and that decomposing body was wrapped with a curtain, a piece of curtain similar, no, not similar, identical.
This is another part of the narrative that they were spinning around. Now, they say the decomposing body was not a body. I have the video. It's a skeleton of a cow. I have the video. The police know I have the video, the original video that Harrison bled and present and doctored and colored and present with Andrew's cotton. Because this is a setup. They went to Andrew's house, remove his cotton, and went to buy whatever they buy, call a human body, and put it across the road. After they pied Andrew, and I was shouting online, why did you pie the guy? Why did you pie the guy? They suddenly found a body that has been there for 30 days. 30 days. And the person that found the body live abroad. And the person they call is Harrison. There was never a body. Harrison cannot say it's a body. He knows. Let Harrison post the original video without blurring it. Let Nigerians judge it by their own mouth. And when Harrison came on Daddy Freeze, Harrison told Nigerians the body he found looked like Celine. It's light skin. Use your head. What are the possibility of a body, a decomposing body for 30 days, still light skin and looking like Celine? Zero. Zero chance. Then I have the body. Then I have the video. Because somehow, I find out the real video without doctoring. That video is on my TikTok, is on my Instagram. Go look at it. It was not a body. It was a carcass. But Harrison stood there, make a video of it, and say it looked like Celine. And came on Daddy Freeze and vomit such thing. And these clowns, they all echo it out to the public. And their gullible follower believed it because they are looking for somebody to blame for the crime that have taken place. But the same officers, the reason why those officers are under investigation is because they went to Andrew's house on the 21st. When they moved Andrew from Umaya, they went to his house. So if there was a cotton missing, they could have seen it. If there was a body, if there was any blood, they would have seen it. But they didn't. They spent time there, packed Andrew's stuff into his car. Just as the police that arrested Andrew on the 8th, over 30 of them, went to Andrew's house and ransacked the whole house and finally picked Andrew up, and they did not see any cotton missing. They did not see the blood. And then Andrew stayed in the prison for 2 weeks and finally released him on the 21st before this criminals officer that the IG is investigating now collected him. Those one also went to Andrew's house. They didn't find the cotton. They didn't find blood. They were comfortable enough to sleep in the hotel with Andrew for 5 days. So if they would have went to Andrew's house and find every nonsense that Harrison said he found, the blood on the wall, these, do you think they would be comfortable to be sleeping with him in the hotel for 5 days? Because there was nothing. Harrison, the police, Blessing, they all planned this criminal enterprise. Take my word. And they were using these YouTubers. Is it not surprising to you that just about 4 days ago, I said I'm no longer doing, and today she's out? She suddenly came out to start talking about the case so that she can give the gullible people update about nonsense. I was the one that broke the news. I was the one that truncated all of their plan. And I've never hid away from the reality that Andrew was my friend. Never supported his indulging in things that I'm not proud of. But that does not justify that you put lies on him. That does not justify it. That does not justify that you murdered him in cold blood after robbing him. That does not justify it. So let's call a spade so we can move on. In truth. So this woman is not a lawyer, but a fake YouTuber who pretend to know a little bit about law and went to, presentation class. Clowns.
To what was in Andrew Ochekwa's house. That body, the remains, was taken to the government hospital there in Abia State.
It was not. You are lying. The remain is not in the government hospital anywhere. The remain is not in the government hospital anywhere. Why do you think the police are afraid to come out and tell Nigerians what is happening? Why? Because they know exactly what I am saying is the truth. If they go through into the true investigation, Harrison will be locked up. The senator will be locked up. Blessing will be locked up. So many people will go down. Officers that collected money will be jailed. Probably this will touch the IG of police. It's a criminal enterprise, syndicate, as Blessing called it. So this woman is full of bullshit.
A thorough examination to determine who it was. Was it Celine? Was it Afiba? Or was it another victim that
It was not a body. Nezeville, don't be an idiot. Go to my channel, look at it. Open your color eye and see yourself. If you see a chicken and a cow, I'm sure you know the differences. Go and look at it and tell me which part of your body look like that body. Which part of your human body look like what they're showing you? Mumu, you will not do it. Cut in and paste what you want other people to see.
we do not even know about? Until now that we speak, that body has either not been examined or the results have not been made.
There is no result. There is no autopsy. There's another lie that is coming out from her. I have Celine and Afiba's families on my hotline. So listen to another lie that she's going to say now.
Public. And one may wonder, does it take forever to run these examinations? An update here is that it has come to my knowledge that Celine and Afiba's families have shown unwillingness, reluctance to submit themselves for their DNA samples to be collected. They claim that the church, their pastor, have confirmed to them that their children are alive.
See, this is where you know somebody that is paid to spin lies. And I'm going to open my message now and I'm going to read. This message came to me because I told you guys I am in communication with both family, and I constantly speak to them, and I'm going to show you a message from Celine sister, and also what Afiba's brother said. And this is a message from Celine's sister when I inquired about this, all of this nonsense that is going on here right now. Okay, I'm going to go and show you. Please just exercise patience for me because I got to open my phone and I will show it to you. This is, let me get her message. Now, she said, Celine family said the body, somebody told them, church pastor or whatever told them. That's a lie. That's a lie. This is Celine's sister directly, and I'm quoting from her. I said, now we're talking. I said, this is the message that I exchanged with Celine family. Few days ago, and I want you to basically listen just few days ago this message with her. Please, I want you to basically listen very well because we cannot. This was October 6th. This was October 6th, Sunday, October 6th. I said, good morning. I have noticed lack of communication from your side. That is for Celine's family. On a positive note, I'm giving them an update now about Andrew's family involvement. I said, I have noticed a lack of communication from your side recently. On a positive note, Andrew's family is now fully engaged and has been actively visiting Abuja, including attending meeting with the IGP investigative panel. The police have shown respect and remorse regarding Andrew's death, and it is noteworthy that they did not accuse Andrew of harming your sister or being involved in their disappearance. Why the situation is unfortunate. This is a message from me to Celine family. Why the situation is unfortunate. I've always believed that Andrew meant no harm. The individual responsible for your sisters and Afiba situation appeared to be blessing the police officers involved in Andrew's death, including Harrison, their media man. I want to share my finding with you as part of my investigation. There's a suggestion that Celine may have been involved in the conspiracy related to the kidnapping. What transpired afterward remain unclear. Without your active participation and willingness to speak out, the fate of your sister could remain in the hand of her kidnappers, who are certainly not Andrew. This is my word. Please understand, I have the right to ask questions. I do this because without my involvement, this case could easily be buried. So if I occasionally ask difficult questions from you or make comment on the public platform that may be uncomfortable, that you may be uncomfortable with, I hope you won't take an offense. It is part of my strategy and it has kept this case alive this far, Mr. Ben. This was a message I sent on the 6th of October this month to Celine family. And then she got back to me. Good afternoon, Mr. Ben. Once again, I appreciate your effort keeping this case remain people on media concerning this issue. My family and Afiba's family are not quiet on this. Please understand the situation we are going through. I need to fight for my mom to be strong at this time. Looking for my sister and Afiba, whose families are also believing in me too. My mom has been on oxygen for some days now. In other words, my sister Celine is not a bad person to conspire on anyone. Thank you, Mr. Ben. God bless you. And then she followed up her message. Mr. Ben, I have been concerned as to why the IG office has not yet invited any of us, especially me, who has been directly involved on this case for questioning and for long time. I have sent petition to them via email. Their reply was that they will get back to me. Till date, is it advisable to go to Abuja without an invitation? This is Celine family talking to me. She's asking me, the IGO police, the monitoring team, none of them is talking to them. None of them is talking to them. And she's asking me if it is advisable. If it is advisable to go to Abuja. And this is my reply. I say, yes, you can go without invitation. The truth is that they are just doing everything to do damage control on why Andrew was pied. I said the police is doing everything to do damage control on why Andrew was pied. Then she wrote me, it is well. I said, I will make arrangement. Then she said she will make arrangement to go to Abuja to go about it. I said, thanks. I said, any advice you need, I will give you. Okay, best sir. There's a possibility that is there a possibility that my sister could be alive? Celine's sister is asking me. The police have locked them out. Harrison have locked them out. Now she's asking me, is there any possibility that my sister could be alive? I said they are very useless set of officers. You have the right to know what investigation is being conducted on your sister. You are a family. Then she wrote me, okay, but honestly, I'm scared of them. So Celine family is scared of police. So they are reaching out to me now to get an advice. Why are they not going to Harrison, who got paid over this case? Because Harrison is as scared. Harrison, I told you guys the part Harrison playing this thing is not clean. And I've been saying it. So Celine family cannot approach Harrison anymore. They are asking me a question. He said, I'm scared of them. I say, and then I say, as for Harrison, they will arrest him in no time. Celine's sister wrote me, I am now scared of any officer I see on the road. They have traumatized them. Nigerian police have traumatized this family. They have threatened me. They have threatening their family. Harrison have threatening me. His people have threatening me. People are going to still be threatening me on this post right now. Then I wrote, I said, you can go to Abuja. If they know I'm aware that you are coming to Abuja, they will treat you right. I told them. I told her, I said, if the police know that I'm aware that you are coming to Abuja, they will treat you right. Go with your lawyer. Oh, okay. Then I wrote her, never trust Harrison. I said, never trust Harrison. Deal with them directly. But deal with him. I said, deal with Harrison, but don't trust him. Don't trust him. He's deeply involved. And he would do anything to save his head in all of this. This is me talking. Then I sent a video. I sent the video. See, that is the bone that Nezeville is saying is a body. That is a cow. Okay? And I sent the video to her. She has seen the video. I've sent it before, but she's always scared to comment about it. But I forwarded the video to her again on this chat on the 6th of October. Then she did thumbs up. She don't want to comment. Then I wrote, see the bone. I say, see the bone. Harrison told that the freeze look like Celine. I say, whoever can go to this length has something to hide. Whoever can go to this length to present a cow as a human remain have something to hide. And then Celine's sister wrote something. I respect your commitment, Mr. Ben, so far on this case, sir. But there's one point from your second paragraph. If Andrew meant no harm to the girls, why drug them? Secondly, the voice video you posted on the initial stage of this matter, where Andrew was screaming, F, F, and you caption it, when Andrew may have hurt the girls and understood his gravities of his mistake. Sir, that video has left us chilled. So there was a video I posted in the beginning of this investigation, a video Andrew sent to me on the 8th of May while the police were at his house. Andrew sent a short video where he was shouting, F, F, and he was kicking the door and it was like, F, F. So when Andrew pied, when they pied Andrew, don't forget, in the beginning, I have no understanding of the whole package of the case. My understanding, I was not saying Andrew was innocent on that particular time. I was actually against Andrew. But when Harrison came on Daddy Freeze and lied about the logistic, about the transportation, how everything, basically everything, that was when I know something is at play. If you remember, on the 26th, An hour before they pied Andrew called me. And Andrew told me that he didn't do it. I was still questioning him. That shows you that I never 100% believe he did not do the girls anything. But I was hoping that the investigation will unveil everything. But they pied him and they came out to start lying. That is when I withdraw everything. Now, Celine family, I asked him now, Mr. Ben, you posted this video in the beginning. That brought them a lot of concern. Why did you post that video? And why did you title it that? Hear my reply. I said, this case took a turn I did not anticipate. Initially, I had limited information when I made that post. I was convinced that Andrew might have hurt someone. He sent a video on the 8th of May, just as the police were at his house to arrest him. When he was ultimately pied, I shared the video text, and I shared the video and the text I received, expressing my shock at his alleged crime. However, things started to unveil when Harrison spoke on Daddy Free's show that night, detailing Andrew's death. Harrison omitted key points like the joining to Abuja and the police allegedly sleeping in a hotel, staying in a hotel with high-profile suspect as Andrew. Harrison omitted all those things. I said I begin to question things. Harrison also failed to mention that the suspect drove his own car. Harrison lied all through that interview with Daddy Freeze. And I had access to his, and Andrew drove his car and have access to his phone and freedom. I said, this particular interview Harrison gave, this raised a red flag for me. Don't forget, I have posted the video earlier before Harrison made that interview. So I have to go back again and start thinking, maybe Andrew did not do it as he said. Then I begin to question, if there's a lie, then something deeper is at play here. That is when I begin to investigate Harrison and his conduct surrounding the case. Then Harrison claimed he found a human remain and blood in Andrew's house. Those inconsistencies shifted my perspective entirely. And I begin to question why Blessing hid text message from Afiba's and why she flee right after Andrew's death. I said the fake petition also added to the suspicion. Have you ever considered why Harrison did not mention Afiba and Celine before May 22nd, despite knowing since May 11? Why was he so protective of Blessing? Those are the questions those are the questions any investigation we need to address to uncover the truth about this crime and identify potential suspects. As a criminology student that I am, I have been asking serious questions. From the very beginning, it is paralyzing that 30 officer, unbelievable, that 30 officer who visited Andrew's house on the 8th of May found no blood, yet found no missing cotton, yet Harrison claimed to have seen blood and phone on top of refrigerator, on top of air condition. How does that make any sense to you? Something is not adding up. These are the message I wrote to Celine family on the 8th, on the 6th of October, just this month. And then she wrote, Blessing actually left to Abuja for a visa interview to UK the same day Celine and Afiba left her house. According to her, for that, there is a proof of her visa denial that period. But one will wonder, why spend so much for 2 weeks trip to UK, the same period, and sudden flee to Qatar at the heat of the matter? Why did the Blessing wanted to fly Japa to UK? Why did the Blessing wanted to run to UK the same day Afiba and Celine left her house? and left their bag at her home. This is not from me. Blessing tried to run to UK, went to visa, went to Abuja, but Blessing lied that she was opening a shop, and then she was doing job interview in Abuja. She actually went for visa interview on the day Blessing and Afiba and Celine left her home. According to Blessing, did the Blessing kidnap Afiba and Celine? Why did she run? This is the question. Why did she run? She's now in Qatar. What is going on? Una know they ask. Una they look for Andrew. Una mumu, you get us a B. Then I wrote, I said, I can't definitely say whether they are alive or not, but the lies are worth examining. Are the human remains Harrison claimed to have found really of those of your sisters? Then she wrote me, there's no scientific proof regarding that. So she's very careful about what she said because she's in Nigeria. They could murder her. Then I wrote her, that is your answer. If anyone cared about Celine and Afiba and Andrew, it is me. I have been transparent as much as possible and have nothing to hide. All the media campaign against me have failed because I have my voice and my platform and the truth on my side. She said, my dad rejected it the first day they show it to him at the city hospital. Abba. I said, I don't think we need scientific to prove bone, to prove to bone or ribs of a human or that of a cow. Also, which part of that human remain look like Celine? That is what Harrison told the nation on Daddy Freeze show. I said, did they show your dad the real body? She said, I don't know. I don't believe it either or accept it too. She said, no. So they did not show Celine family father. They did not show Celine father the body. They showed the pictures and the video to him. The man said, no, this is not a human. This is not my child. This is not my daughter. Get the F out here. So Nezeville is telling you now, Celine family are saying that their church or pastor told them that she's lying. This is lie that came from Harrison's. This is lie that came from Harrison. This a fact. Then I said, I have the full image. I have shown it to experts in the UK and they just laughed. As I told you, communication with me is going to help you guys understand the case better. Don't fear. Write to me and I'll tell you what I know. So why do you think Harrison showed the video of Andrew's lifeless body with blood flowing, but chose to bury, to blurring the footage of what he claimed to be human remain of that is looking like Celine? Why did Harrison hiding the video from the public? She said, I don't know. And I didn't ask him. I said, you have to ask that important question. I said, what did your father reject then? He said, my father rejected the skeleton they showed him on the picture. According to him, the bones did not look like 1 month decomposing body at any time. The bones were too broad to be Celine because she's slim. It was a bone they show to them. I have the video. Now here Nezeville telling you lies again.
And running that test will be countering their fate. That is the report going out on that subject. Second,
on that, whose report? Who say that? Nobody. Harrison. This is the fact.
Secondly, the second update is that it will interest you to know that Andrew Ocheko's family has filed a petition to the Inspector General of Police demanding justice.
Now, this is where you know a lawyer and a quack nonsense YouTuber. Listen, now she want to talk about the legality of Andrew. Then you see her passion and her prejudice oozing out.
Justice for his unexplained and untimely death and ends that he met right in their custody. They have threatened to sue the police if they do not demystify the circumstances surrounding his demise, give him justice, and punish every officer fingered in that act. This news, as expected, was very triggering for a lot of people. They were like, what, wait, what did you say? Justice? For who, Andrew? Are you kidding me? Where were you when your son was carrying out kidnap and rape spree?
So how did this clown say this? Andrew was not kidnapping anyone. It was lies. It was lies. The question you should ask yourself, why all these methodological lies coming up? Why?
Did you demand for justice for his victims? What about justice for all the ladies that he harmed? His two latest victims.
So she is calling with all the information that you've had now. Can you now say that these girls are Andrew's victim? Can you confidently, can you lay your hand on one of your child or your head and say, this kid, this Afiba and Celine are responsible, Andrew is responsible for them now? No, you can't. But she, as a lawyer, she's still insisting Andrew harmed these girls. No evidence, no fact. Even when the whole lies is confronting her, she's paid to do this thing. She's paid. For 2 months, she hasn't spoke about this. I just told you Nigeria. I just told Nigerians a couple of days ago I'm not doing again. And then she's out. They've renewed her contract. Nezeville, go back home because my curse is on you.
Are still nowhere to be found up till today, and you're sitting there talking about justice for the perpetrator? I know this news will get a lot of people furious. I understand your annoyance, and believe me, I personally relate to them and share in them.
You see, she said she's relate to them. So a lawyer supposed to be unbiased. Like literally, you're supposed to have a heart of a stone when you're dealing with justice. No left, no right. Straight with the law and what the law say and what the law say. No emotion. She said she basically shared the sentiment of her gullible followers that Andrew should be condemned even before she failed the court of law. That alone is already a prejudice. That's why this woman is not practicing the law, because she can't. She can't. She's fake. She's phony.
But in all honesty, legally speaking, they are very well within the ambits of their rights to do what they're doing.
You see, she first of all appeals her gullible follower first. Then she tried to interject the realities of the matter. That Andrew's family are within their right to seek justice for their son. Andrew was never convicted in the court of law in Nigeria. Zero, no conviction. No conviction. So why do you think she don't deserve? Why?
The truth is that no person, even the most notorious criminal, no person is permitted to be summarily executed on the streets.
But you guys were celebrating this before. In short, somebody is writing, yes, good for him, good for him. And in the beginning of this video, Nezeville say Andrew met his Waterloo. He said the nemesis caught up with Andrew, directly justifying the pain of Andrew. Now, you are saying this. This is somebody that is being paid. I know she's thinking about me when she's making this video. Now I don't catch him. Moo man.
Like a dog. There are modes of operations to everything. There is the investigation, there is the charging to court where a prima facie case exists, there is trial, there is judgment, there is sentencing, and then there is execution of judgment. He should have had his day in court. So to allegedly eliminate their son, their brother, uncle, whatever he was to them is illegal. Without his own version of the story is illegal.
So you know all of this, but you've been basically celebrating the pain of Andrew. How dare are these people?
And it should be pursued. Not because we give a fig about Andrew.
Did you hear that? We don't give a fig about Andrew. Why? Why? See, mad people always look for mad listeners.
Chekwa's welfare, but because if the police is encouraged or excused to carry out extrajudicial killings with...
But when the people that should discourage the police are the member of the public. But when you as a member of public say you don't give a fuck about Andrew, so you are justifying the police to carry out extrajudiciary, to execute somebody because you don't give F about the feeling, about the right of a criminal. You don't. When you as a member of the public have this mindset, what do you expect the police, a rogue police, what do you expect them to do?
Laxity. Someday it could be an innocent man facing their rifle. And come to think of it, if Andrew was alive, perhaps the whereabouts of Celine and Afiba would have been uncovered, whether they are dead or...
Whether Andrew is alive, Andrew is not alive, the police could uncover the reality. The police can track the phones. The police can track everything, the logistic, the movement of Andrew that night. Where did he go? The movement of the bank account, the movement of Celine, the movement of Afiba, the movement of Blessing. Is very easy to find out. You don't need Andrew to do investigation. You have Andrew's phone, you have everything, you have the whole of Nigeria intelligence in your hand. Just check it out. It's as simple as that. Who did Andrew call? Where did he go? Who did Celine call? Where did Celine go? What are the transactions that come into Celine's account? What are the transactions that go into Andrew's account? What happened? Where did they travel to? Where on the map where their location at that particular time? These are the basic things. Why is it so difficult for you to say it? Because you have an audience that celebrate injustice, and you are probably a merchant of an injustice woman. That's what is happening here, nothing else.
Alive. So while some people have shown absolute disdain for Andrew's family's guts, nerves to begin a campaign for justice for him.
Guts, nerves, justifying the sentiment of those gullible followers. She purposely using those words to trigger anger and trigger negative comment against Andrew, justifying the narrative.
Some others have thrown their support for that, saying that we are not in a dictatorship. We do not run totalitarianism. Due process must be followed in every case. Do drop your comments about this update down in the comment section. Does it offend you, or do you support this move that his family has made? And just to add, for the sole purpose of knowledge, in the criminal justice system, especially in more advanced jurisdictions, the perpetrator's family are not seen as the villains. It is not only the victim's family that are perceived as the victims in the case. The justice system also finds itself handling the perpetrator's family with some level of empathy, as long as they did not contribute, aid, or abet the crime. So you would typically hear judges in these advanced crimes addressing them not with scorn or disdain, but with sympathy as well, because they themselves are also in a state of shock, pain, ridicule, their own lives ruined forever, the family name.
So, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, share it, make a comment in the comment section. And if you still believe in what you believe, please increase it, because that injustice you are looking for will come back to you again. There are 2 questions or 3 questions, a couple of questions I would like you guys to go with. Why did a blessing disappear? Why did a blessing try to flee the country on the 28th? Blessing already have a visa arranged, interview set up to fly to the UK, even on the 28th. I wasn't aware of this. I've just heard it now. Blessing was to travel to the UK. Why did a blessing hide the message from Afiba and Celine? Did the blessing sold Afiba and Celine? Why did the blessing told Tony that Afiba was here to see her, even when Afiba and Celine left her house? Why did the blessing waited for 11 days before she could make a petition? Why did the blessing made a petition barely 72 hours after the truth is coming out in Umahia that Andrew did not kidnap the girls, that they were on a self-kidnap, or somebody else responsible? Why did the blessing initiated a petition to remove Andrew from Umahia? Why did the blessing told Afiba's family not to tell anyone Afiba is missing when she finally told them? Why did Harrison, who got to know about the case on the 11th, communicate with Blessing on the phone several occasions? Why did Harrison did not post about Afiba and Celine from the 11th he knows about it all the way to the 22nd, only after Andrew was already being picked up by the IRT team? Why? This is the reason. What would have happened is they didn't know Mr. Ben was somewhere. Blessing set everything up with Harrison to do the media coverage, and they wanted to rob the disappearance of Afiba and Celine on Andrew. But unfortunately, Andrew informed me, and I happened to be in the UK, and I happened to have a big mouth and a good platform, and I exposed the lies. Now, ask yourself, Harrison, where did you get the body from? Which body is that? Ask yourself, Harrison, post the true video of that body. Post it. No cover. Post it so that your followers can see what look like Celine. Ask Harrison, where's the gym instructor? Where did they get the story from? Ask Harrison to tell you the truth about this case. What part did they ask him to come and play? And ask Blessing, where is Afiba and Celine? That is your question. If you really care about justice, you will take this question to their platform and be asking them. Cheers.